What's up, guys? Oni Palladium here, and today I wanted to go over how to use the Punisher and just like a quick tips and tricks type of guide for it. Let's get started. So right off the bat, there's some people that I've noticed that will just hold the trigger down when they're like fighting somebody or when they get stressed out, and then their spread goes like super wide, right? And so there's an issue with that, and that's that the parts that you're wanting to come off are going to take way longer to come off if you're just holding the trigger down. It's not great. But if you decide to just do the tapping method, it just goes a lot faster. So, see, I'm tapping, one gun gone. And 2, 3, boom, done. Basically, one tip right off the bat is that when you're tapping, you don't want your spread to go bigger than the object you're trying to shoot. So let's take a look over here. I have like a breaker build, and then I'm just gonna start going for it. Want to keep the spread kind of tight, so it's a little slower. There's one, there's two. Okay, it's stripped. Now, in a 10-second span, and I think this build only has one legendary radiator on it, is that if I were to just go up to this ball, and I'm just going to hold the trigger down. Okay. Okay, we perked up. Stopping at 25-20. That's just holding trigger down. Okay, now I'm gonna just tap fire at it. And then I'm just gonna proactively just keep trying to keep the spread down here. And we get up to 2808. So right off the bat, we're dealing more damage by tap firing with the Punisher. Okay. So just, you know, it'll take some practice, but you gotta find a rhythm. And once you get the rhythm down to where you can kind of move and your finger's not getting that tired, but your reticle isn't like expanding like at an exponential rate while you're doing stuff. Another thing is, and I'll get into this a little bit later, is that when the build moves, your guns will move. Now, when your guns move, it enhances the spread. Now, if you're firing while moving, that spread is going to stay super wide and it's never going to go back down. So just, you know, a reminder that like if you're moving and you have to turn your build to try to like hit something, your spread's going wide. If you're in a street fight, you're going to lose. So what you need to do is just try to position yourself where if they do come in and you start kiting, your build itself doesn't have to move that much. So I'm just like hugging this wall, just keep following the wall around. And, you know, I'm proactively like firing at a good rate and the spread is staying tight. Now, one way to do this to keep your guns from, you know, going like whoa, 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 is you're just gonna lower the x-axis. I play at 3, but I've been playing with Punishers for like years now, so I've gotten my aim pretty good. But for most people, you're gonna want to drop this down to like a 1.5 or a 2. Once you start getting better, the rule of thumb is basically you want to be able to look around your build faster than your build can turn. That doesn't always apply to Punishers, but for almost every other build, that will be the case. Simply because if you have a dog on you, you want to be able to return damage. You don't want to just be like slowly looking around your build, trying to actually get it to lock on your target. And then you're already like halfway dead by the time you're actually able to start firing on the build. But with Punishers, if you get your positioning good, You can keep it really low, and then also you're going to want to keep your x-axis, or not your x-axis, but your y-axis, your vertical axis. You want to keep that low, because in this game, almost everything is going to be on a horizontal plane, and so the amount you're going to be looking up and looking down is going to be very, very low. Like if you were to put it into a percentile over the whole match, how many times you looked up, how many times you looked down, or how many times you looked left or looked right. Like the up and down is going to be super tiny. So, sorry about that. You're going to want to lower your y-axis, and then you're going to want to, squash the x-axis down. Another thing is the aim assist. So the lower you get your x-axis down, the higher you want your aim assist to be, because let's say you've lowered your x-axis down to like 0.9 or 0.8, and it's like, you're just looking super, super slow. You want it to catch on target. So you go to enhanced, and then you have a target drive on by. And if you're looking slow, it's just going to grab that target and pull you with it. And so that is one way. If you're like getting new to Punishers, you just got Punishers, that is one way to definitely enhance the aim a bit, and just kind of try to keep the accuracy really tight. One other tip I would say is to take vibration off altogether. It's more of an immersive thing, but with Punishers, you don't want anything fucking with your hands. Or at least I personally don't like anything fucking with my hands while I'm trying to aim, trying to shoot, trying to concentrate. I don't want anything pulling my attention away whatsoever. Another tip I would say to use with Punishers is scope activation. I like to have my scope on my L1, so I fire with my R1, I scope in with my L1, and what I want is when I'm scoped in, when I release the scope, I want to go all the way out. When I go all the way out, I could assess a target, or if I'm getting hit from somewhere on the map and I'm not noticing it right away, or I'm just not paying attention to the map at all, I want to be able to react very quickly, and I don't want to have to use a whole lot of cognitive function to try to tap my way out of scope. So I would not suggest using bypressing for the scope activation. Another thing is with sight color. I would want this as green, simply because when things are green, it doesn't really draw your attention to it. So if you are aiming at something, you're going to be able to more easily look past your reticle onto the target's guns, instead of if you have like a neon red or green, or not green, neon red or purple or yellow. That's going to grab your attention, and it's going to distract you just by a little margin before you can look past it onto like other targets, weapons, or whatever you're trying to get. But yeah, guys, that's more or less just a quick tip guide to using the Punishers that I have from the years I've been wasting away on this game. The build I was using to show you guys was made by Home Roadie. He's a great fella, makes almost all my builds for me. We collaborate on a lot of stuff like the Leviathans, but yeah, man. If you see his stuff on the exhibition, give that man some love, give him a subscribe and a like. But yeah, guys, you have a good one. And if you like the content, please give me and show me some love. Give me a like and subscribe, and you all have a great day.